Hey guys, and welcome to the 22nd day, I think, of the July Scrapathon. It's already almost finished. I cannot believe how fast time passed by. I really enjoyed making all these videos for you guys and the layout. So today I have the kilo kit and layout share for the second stash kit I shared on YouTube. So the one that is based on the swag bag here. And yeah, so this was the smaller kit out of the two, which is why I'm done with it faster than the other one. But yeah, so my goal for this one was to make 5 layouts, and I made 5.5. And I think I estimated that perfectly because it's about time I got rid of this kit. I'm kind of bored of it. So I made 5.5 layouts, and by that I mean I will explain it when I get to the layout. So I just finished making the last of the layouts literally 5 minutes ago, and that's when I kind of decided that I'm done with this kit. I'm done with this color scheme. I just not feeling it anymore. It's time to move on to something else. So I'm going to start with the paper. Now, I didn't kill this kit, of course, because I only made 5 layouts and there's enough stuff here to make at least 5 more. So I'm going to start with what's left in the swag bag and work my way down. So I'm happy with the dent I made in some of these papers, and the kit I did use a lot of things that I wanted to get used. I just didn't kill the kit. I don't think I've ever killed a kit. So yeah, so in the swag bag I have, start with the cards here. So I didn't use this wood grain at all. I don't know, it wasn't really working because there was a lot of black in this kit, and I don't like combining wood grain with black, and there was black on almost all of my layouts, so I didn't use that, but that's okay, it's fine. I have both of the 4x6 cards left, and then I believe there were 16 of the 3x4s, and I only have 7 left, so I think that's a good amount, and most of them are 4th of July themed. So that is what is left from that. I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on here, so sorry for that beep. The die cuts, I think I used a lot of the die cuts, with the exception, of course, of the 4th of July theme stuff, because I didn't get a chance to make a layout about 4th of July. So I have some of those die cuts left. I think I used the twine once. That's another die cut. Here's one more. I didn't use this flare or the wood grain clip, or these. I did use some of these star sequins, and I'm going to point out the things that were in the swag bag when I go through the layout. So what I'm going to do is I am going to disperse this into my stash. I am going to keep the 4th of July stuff together and make a layout with it, hopefully sometime in August. And that way I will be almost done with this. I thought about keeping this kit together just to make a 4th of July layout, but then I thought, no, I'm just going to disperse it and be done with it. So I think I made a good dent in this. It's almost used up, just some little bits and bobs left. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the embellishments since they're just sitting on top here. I think maybe I used a couple of these, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on using these up. This is one of my go-to last minute things. I didn't use any of these. I don't know, they just were not working. I tried to use them a couple of times, but by the time I got to them, I already had either I already had a lot of words on my layout, or I just didn't have room for them. I always left them last, which is why I didn't use any of these, but that's okay. I don't think I used these either on any of my layouts, because I did have word phrases in other places that I wanted to use as opposed to this. This is one of my go-to things as well. So if I'm not using my go-to thing, it means I'm using up stuff. So from these frames from the Atlas collection by Pink Paisley, I think I used one. I know I used one for sure. Yeah, I just used one of that, but that's still better than nothing. I didn't even touch these. So this is also another reason why I struggled with this kit as after a couple layouts, is because the embellishments I have here aren't so many, so I was finding trouble embellishing, but that's okay. I did have some stuff in this swag bag though. I did use a couple of these. Those are brand new, so I'm kind of hoarding them too, so it's okay if I just use a couple. From the die cuts I pulled out, most of these die cuts were from my random section, and I did use up a couple of the die cuts. I still have a ton left though. They will just go back into my stash. All of this will probably go. I am very happy, pleased that I used 3 of these words. 3 of these words and a bunch of the little like hearts and stars, and I am really happy. I love these. I love this set, and I am happy I finally got to use it. And now I think we're on to paper. So I used the tissue paper twice, and I obviously did not expect to use all of this. I'm just happy I finally used that. So I'm going to move the embellishments out of the way so I can show you the paper easier. I did not use any of the washi tape, I think. No, maybe I did use this one, the yellow one. I did use the yellow one on some layouts. Okay, to the paper now. If you recall, I did have a lot of scraps to begin with, so these scraps here were not all 12 by 12 papers, so don't get too excited. I didn't use all that much of paper. So I didn't use this border strip. This paper, I don't think I used any of it either. No, I did. No, I did. I did use a tiny, no, not a tiny chunk. I did use quite a large amount of that actually on one of my layouts. So I think this is all I have left, which is good. I didn't use any of this red paper, or this blue paper, or this, or this, or this, or this. This burnt red, I did use red, but not this burnt one. I used more of the lighter one, the brighter one. I did use a piece of this paper for, I think it was the smaller scale one though. I think like a piece of something like this. So I do have a lot of that left. I didn't really use the Owl collection. It was a bit too dark, I think, to match the other products that I was using. I didn't use that. I did use quite a bit of this. I used half of a 12 by 12 sheet. This was a full sheet, and I've used that. And then this was a scrap piece that I don't think I used anywhere, but I did use I did use a big chunk of that paper. This was a full 12 by 12 sheet. I just have this chunk left. Here's some more strips. I used all of this paper up. I had 2 sheets of this. I had one in this kit and one in the summer kit, and I pulled the one from the summer kit to use in this kit. So I've used both 12 by 12 sheets of this, and I am super excited about that. I'm gonna throw this out. But I think the reason I did that is because the yellow was kind of the neutral color in this kit. So the yellow matched the blues, but it also matched the reds and the greens, and everything was included in the kit. So the yellow matched all the colors, even though the other colors didn't match each other. I don't know if that made sense, but the yellow was a nice neutral to use in a lot of places. So yeah. Let's see, didn't use that. I said I used that, didn't use that. I did use a chunk of this somewhere, but there's still a lot left. That's okay though. I love Miami Tangerine paper, so it's okay when I use all of it up. Didn't use this. And didn't use this. I almost did, but I didn't. I did use a couple pieces of this paper. Oh, here's more of that paper. I did use a piece of this paper as well, but I just have the little pieces left. I used the bigger piece. Didn't use that or this, and I still have some full 6x6 papers that I did not get to using. So you see, I could have made a lot more layouts with all of this stuff, but I just wasn't feeling it anymore. All of this stuff is going to go back into my stash, by the way, even these tiny little scraps, because they're going to go into the scrap bin. Here's more of that paper I didn't use. I didn't end up using this paper either. It was how I started my last layout, but I ended up not using it whatsoever. And now the full 12 by 12 sheets I have left are mostly that Let's Party collection. I did make one birthday layout, but of course I made a layout about my birthday, and I felt that these were a bit too little kid for a birthday on me. If it was a birthday about my cousins or my sisters, I would have easily used in this. Like, see, this is just too cutesy for something about me. And I did really like how the birthday layout turned out, but I didn't use any of these papers from that collection. And I also have truffle sheets from the Outlaw collection that I did not end up using because, I don't know, just was not working at all. So there's that. And now the sticker sheet from the Let's Party collection, I did use this quite a bit. I used a couple of the phrases down here. I used both of these off the tile stickers and these. These, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's my sheet or if I was doing something wrong, but instead of the adhesive coming off, you would just get the top part of the sticker, like just the paper, or when I pulled it off, they would rip. It was just a huge hassle to use these. So I used them a lot on one of my layouts to try to use these up. So see, I ripped an S, so there went an S. I ripped an A. It was just, I don't know. I think maybe it's just my set. I do have another Simple Story set with that font in pink, so I guess I'll have to try that out and see if it's the same thing or not. So there are some papers I obviously used up completely that you didn't see there because I have used them. And I'm gonna try and point those out while I go through my layout. So I have the newest one to the oldest one. So I have the newest one on top and the oldest one at the bottom. So I have process videos for all of these, of course, as part of the July Scrapathon. So this is the last layout I made, and for this one I focused more on the blues and greens. There weren't really any greens in the kit other than in the swag bag, which is why I think I struggle a bit with embellishing. But I used the swag bag quite predominantly on this. I used 3 of the cards as layers. Here's where I used what I had left of that yellow paper. I did use all of this orange paper up, which is good. And I also used a lot of the foam from Amy Tangerine and a button. And I used this little store that was in the swag bag. I think that's so cute. And this was in the swag bag, this die cut piece as well. And then this is where I used those stupid words, the letters that were not working properly. So yeah, there is that one. Oh, what happened there? No, the splatter didn't work. It broke. Okay. See, so here I use my acrylic inks to make the splatter as I did in white. But the blue one kind of broke. I don't know if it's because I dabbed it or something. Maybe that's the reason. But it kind of like, it has like kind of like a scaly look. Oh, that's weird. See, the white one dries perfectly. I really love the white one for splatters. I don't know why this happened. Maybe it's because I dabbed it a bit. Anyway, oh, and I also did like some journaling here. And the last couple of layouts, I discovered I really like making a border with some acrylic paints, like these. So I will probably be be obsessed with doing that for the next couple of layouts and then forget about it. But anyway, I think it just adds a little something to the page. So I do have process videos for you, so I don't know why I'm talking so much about them, but yeah. So go check the process videos out if you would like to see how I made those layouts. This one here is quite flimsy because I was out of white cardstock. I finally got new cardstock, guys. I am so relieved. Look at all this cardstock. I have 50 sheets of cardstock. That's enough to last me until the end of the year, I think. So I am super excited. Okay. This one I used some acrylic paints. On here, I don't think I used anything up. See, there's more of that yellow paper on here. I did bring in this paper from my scraps. Oh, I did use this tag here. So I think I had a couple of tags included in the kit, and I used all of them, I believe. So I used this is from the swag bag again. So that is another layout. There's that tissue paper. This one, again, this is where I used most of this yellow paper. This is where I used one of the sheets because I backed the whole thing on the yellow paper. This is from a swag bag. This is from that pink Paisley Atlas collection. And here's where I used the washi tape. Oh, and I used up, so this is one of the die cuts I used up. I did end up using these sequins. See, I forgot to mention these. I use these on this layout only, and that's good because I've never used them before. So even if I just use them on one, I'm happy. So there is that one. I really like how this, oh, yikes, I need to glue that down again. That's what happens when you run out of adhesive and you have to use the ones that don't work. Anyway, and I really like how this looks here with this is a memorabilia piece. Anyway, I mentioned all this in the process video, so go check that out. I am really sorry, guys, about this process video. I just realized that I forgot to mute the video before I voiceovered it. So you can hear like the music I was listening to super fast forward. You can't even tell what music it was. It's probably country music, but anyway. And then, but you can't really tell, you just hear some noise. And you can hear like me making noises and things. So I'm really sorry. I know that's a bit distracting, but maybe with the voice it's a bit better to watch. So go check that out. If you just want to watch the process, you can always mute me and just watch it. This is the one that I said was the half layout. It's because I combined both of my kits to make it. So the things that I used that were included in this kit are this arrow paper, the suite, I think the buttons, and then this piece and this piece here are from the swag bag. So that is what and then the camera paper. This is where I use a camera paper, and I gutted the back because I love it so much. And see, this is also, I used some yellow washi tape on here. And this paper here is from my kit. It was a 6x6 paper, and I used all of it on this layout. And then on the one, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Sorry guys, just, I knocked. Yikes. I knocked my thing of water over and spilled on my gorgeous background. Okay, I think it's salvageable. Okay, I think it's okay. I might have saved that. It's on my wooden desk though, but that's okay. It can wait for a bit while I finish filming. So sorry for that distraction, guys. So there's that. And then the rest of the stuff is from the summer kit. I really like how this one turned out. Yay! I'm so excited about these layouts. I love all of them. This is the birthday theme layout that I made. That's not really birthday. I mean, it's just a selfie of me on the day of my birthday party. You can't really tell that it's my birthday. But I use this big chunk of paper. Here's where these two pieces were from the swag bag as well as these banners. This here was a card from the swag bag. This pin was from the swag bag. This is where I use those sticker phrases from the Let's Party collection and some of these sequin stars. And more of this is the yellow paper that I used up completely, and this orange paper that I completely used up. And I really like how this one turned out, so I am super happy about this. And the last layout I made, which is technically the first layout, this is my least favorite layout, I think, from all the ones that I made, just because it's really, really dark. I mean, the pictures are really dark, which is probably the reason. I do love the pictures, but anyway. So here I used 1, 2, 3 of the cards. Again, I used up this tag. This piece here was in the swag bag, so was this here, and then I used a bunch of a couple of die cuts and some tissue paper. So that is the Killer Kit and layout share for the second stash kit. The first stash kit, Killer Kit, and layout share will be next Sunday, or next Saturday, I guess. No, next Sunday. In a week from now, anyways. On a week from when this is posted. So I am so pleased with how all of this turned out. I don't know why, but I always love the layouts I make for July Scrapathon. Last year, I loved all the layouts I made. This year, again, up to now, I haven't finished all the layouts yet, but I love all the layouts I've made up to now. Well, okay, this one's not my favorite, but I do really like it. So I am super, super happy with all of these layouts. I hope you guys enjoy them too, obviously. Yeah. So if you haven't checked out the giveaway yet, there is a giveaway happening on my channel. It's going to be open until the 3rd of August. So if you're interested, go check that out. And see if you want to enter. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.